happy new year. Stacy the Black Feather Intuitive. Wow, it feels so good to be on the other side of 2022. I don't know if you had, the similar kind of experience that I had with 2022, but the word of the year, I believe, was weird. Everything was just weird. And so I'm very much looking forward to 2023. And I wanted to sort of offer a gift of gratitude to all of you who have been loyal followers and to anyone who is just sort of stumbling across my channel. Thank you so much for watching. The gift of gratitude is that I wanted to touch into the energies for 2023. And in true Stacy Blackfeather style and fashion, I wanted to do it in my own way. And I know a lot of people on social media do these wonderful spreads using the cards and laying things out. And it's a service I provide. So I really wanted to do something a little bit different, a little bit, I want to say, a little bit more thought provoking. And so one of the ways that I channel when I channel my own guides is I sit down with a journal and I sort of write down whatever comes out and comes through. I call it automatic writing. And when I sat down to tune into what was coming up for 2023 as a whole, what came through was a really interesting list. So I'm going to share with you our overall themes for 2022, and then I'm going to share with you, today I'm going to share with you January's specific theme as well. And if you like what you're seeing here, you might want to tune in every single month because they gave me a list. It's a list, and I've got a theme for every single month of 2023. So without further ado, here are the themes for 2023, and this is for all of us collectively. They came through with creative fusion, and they came through with reciprocal love and the ownership or accountability of that reciprocity. So let's talk a little bit about creative fusion, and here's Mr. Neo giving us all a dose of fur love for 2023. So creative fusion, we have all been very much in a standstill for the last couple of years. Once COVID hit, everything sort of shifted. The landscape of life as we knew it is never to return. It's gone. And we are now energetically in a process of rebuilding a new version of humanity. We're rebuilding a new version of humanity that involves more, I like to say, love as frequency. It's a love-based society, not a fear-based society. And we're at the beginning stages of it. So there's not, I want to say there's not a whole lot that's written. It's kind of like when you give birth to your first child. There's no manual. There's no textbook. Sure, there are lots of books on people's opinions out there and different ways and approaches that you can read into and resonate with or not and choose not to support that. But ultimately, it is really up to you tapping into your intuition and doing what you feel is best. And so that is why creative fusion is coming into 2023, because what I'm feeling is this is a year that is going to separate us from that experience, the messy middle of what we have sort of experienced, that pause, that complete halt, saying that you as a society cannot continue to go on. You as a human society, not just our own individual countries. It is humanity that can no longer continue forward in the vein and the fashion that it has been going. Newness and shift needs to occur. And so it was a big universal frying pan to the head for a lot of us. And when we're talking about creative fusion, this year is bringing about new life, new growth. And what happens when we are experiencing new life and new growth? It's all brand new. So there's a level of creation that goes into this. What we're doing, though, is we're not creating from a completely blank slate. We're not creating from something that we don't have foundation for. We have foundation. It's that the foundation that we are working with needs to be infused with some new things. It needs to be built up. It needs to be repaired. It needs to be fortified and solidified. And that's where this fusion comes in. Each of us, in our own ways, with our own fabulous gifts, are coming into this year understanding that when you focus on your own creative passion and joy and your own creative vision, you are also infusing that into the collective. And what a beautiful thing to infuse that into the collective with. It is really very much about our energy when it comes to recognizing that we matter. Each of us matters. Each of us has something powerful to contribute. And it is the fusion of our vision, our expression, how we're choosing to contribute and show up in the world. I say this all the time. That is going to fuse, that energy is going to fuse with the energy and the frequency of love that is on the planet right now. And it's not going to completely eviscerate or evaporate fear. And there are those people on the planet, I want to say, who are going to continue to choose to live in what my opinion is the old way, or the ways that, you know, if they want to live that life and do that thing and live very much in the third dimensional realm, by all means have at it. That is your right. But those of us who choose to rise to a higher level of frequency, and I don't mean higher in a judgmental way, I simply mean it's a higher frequency space. If we choose to do that, we are taking our energy, our personal energy, and we are fusing that with the energy that is on the planet today. So the creative fusion is going to be extremely powerful for all of us this year. Anything that you have your sights set on, anything that you have always wanted to do and maybe have felt blocked or felt that there was always an obstacle in the way or felt fearful that maybe you just, you might not succeed, or you don't know if you have the stamina or the fortitude or the knowledge to be able to do it. This is the year to question that, to turn that on its head, and to, at the very least, take steps towards saying, let me explore this again. You know, I'm a new version of myself. And maybe those old stories that I was telling are not actually accurate to where I'm at right now. The other theme, this reciprocal love and ownership and accountability of that reciprocity, is a big one. And it's been coming up a lot in my my year in preview service with clients, that reciprocal energy, reciprocity is huge this year. And I feel like reciprocity is really big right now because there has been a lot that has been out of balance. Energetically out of balance, physically out of balance, emotionally out of balance, mentally out of balance, financially out of balance. And so a lot of what we are experiencing this year in 2023 is we're going to be witnessing where things are out of balance. And anytime you see something that, perhaps comes crashing to the ground, understand that it's not advantageous to try and stop it from falling. It's not even advantageous to try and save little bits and snippets of it. It's actually more advantageous for everything to, if it's fallen, let it fall to the ground and let the dust settle. Because it's after the dust settles and you're looking at what is left over that you're going to have a big picture of how you can bring this more into balance, bring it into a space that is going to be more in alignment with what is required. And so if we're talking about reciprocity, it's also a give and take. This is a give and take with Mother Earth. This is a give and take with the universe. This is also very much a give and take with our interactions, our choices, our connections with others. And so if we think of love as a frequency, not as a feeling, so not something that we get attached to, but something that we can feel into. We're not feeling into it with our emotions, we're feeling into it with our whole body, with our energetic space. You can tell when there's an energy that doesn't feel right. It rubs you the wrong way. It's friction. It doesn't move effortlessly, or it doesn't have a sense of smoothness or ease to it. This lets you know that maybe this is not a reciprocal energy of love. If it moves and it's smooth and it's wonderful and warm and there's a lot more that can grow out of it, it's reciprocal. And you're going to be having these experiences again on an individual level, and they're going to be reflecting in the collective conscious itself. So again, you matter. How you choose to live your life matters. And here's the other thing. Not only does it matter, but it's up to each of us to own our choices, to own the accountability, to own the truth that each of us co-creates our life. And when we are in that reciprocal love energy, that love as frequency, and making sure that there is a healthy give and take, we are accountable to one another, and we are accountable to the collective. And this, my friends, is exactly how change is going to be made. So these are the overall themes for 2023. This is what we're all tapping into collectively. And then January. January's theme was transportive energies. And let's talk about what that actually means, transportive energies. Each of us has the opportunity to really get still, get quiet, and connect to your own personal frequency. It's the air that sits right above your skin. It's the way that your body tingles and hums. Maybe you're doing some sound healing and you can feel the bass in your belly. Maybe it's the overall knowing that something has shifted for you. This is what you're going to be tapping into in January, and what this energy is going to do when you connect with the truth of this energy within your soul, within your body, within your energetic field. It has the capacity to transport you into higher frequencies and energies. This is something that is going to happen without a whole lot of effort. Up until this point, anytime we have really had to kind of dive in and learn about ourselves and connect to the greater, wider energetic world out there, there's a process, there's been a path, there's been, ways and modes to be able to do that. If you have even an ounce or an inkling of that energy already, that you understand that it's around you and swirling and that you know that you can access it, you're going to be transported into higher frequencies. And those higher frequencies are going to allow you to see bigger pictures, see more pieces coming together. If you've ever seen the movie A Beautiful Mind, the way that they sort of depicted his thoughts and how all of these formulas and things would sort of be all scattered and they would sort of come together and sort of coalesce. This, in essence, is what the energies of January are going to do for you. So how can you make that work for you? Be aware. Be aware of what you're feeling. Be aware of the energies around you. Connect to the energies of objects as well as the energies of people. And I'm not saying siphon. I'm not saying take, especially when we're tapping into other people's energies. It's awareness of it. And then you can always ask for permission. You can always say, hey, I'd love to be able to connect or to collaborate with you on this. That is you're asking for permission, and it's a mutual collaboration with people. With objects, you want to connect to the energy of that object and say, I got a cool idea on how we can collaborate. Are you down for it? You will definitely, even if we're talking about rocks and stones, you will definitely receive an affirmative or a negative. And it will be clear. Ask your guides. Invite your guides into the process. So January is bringing about the opportunity for you to do big leaps and bounds energetically with very minimal effort. And the effort comes into awareness. All right, guys. So really looking forward to 2023. Really looking forward to being able to connect and share with you some of these wonderful resources that are coming through from my guides to help you to remain elevated, to help you through your transformations. Again, we're all going through a major transformation, and then each of us on our individual paths are constantly in some state of transformative energy. So whether you want to identify with the Phoenix or you just recognize that things need to shift, I am so excited to be on this journey with you. And every month, look out for really interesting resources and tools that can help you and support you as you are transforming your energies. And like I said, I got a theme for every single month of this year, and very excited to be sharing all of that with you. Enjoy your Happy New Year day. Enjoy this new, fresh energy. And really give yourself the time to sit in it and get to know it. Make it your friend. Take care. We'll see you next time.